Jensen, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well, Jensen. How was the day so far?
Yes.
Wonderful, Jensen. Jensen, your eighth studio album, Nightside, is to be out on July 22nd. So can you tell me a bit about the songwriting and production behind this new album?
Well, it started more or less like any other album. And it was the pandemic, so we had time and everything. But as time went on, and I was spending a lot of time with it alone since no one could travel. You know, there's no like the pandemic restrictions. I started to get thinking that it would be interesting to do a concept album because, as a big fan of metal music and hard rock music, I've always liked the concept idea, the concept album idea. So eventually, that's what happened, and that's how we ended up making a concept album, because the pandemic gave us more time, and I had more opportunities to just sit alone with it on the computer and try to write everything and put everything together.
Amazing, amazing. And what is the real concept that was put behind this album?
Well, it is a horror story that contains everything from demonic possession to a woman being tried for witchcraft, and she escapes the old world, which is Europe, and she gets on a boat and goes to the colonies, which is what becomes later America, and you know, kind of connecting with the witch trials there and so on, yeah, that's as much as I want to give away about the story. People will need to experience the album.
Absolutely, sounds amazing, Jensen. And you released a video for Pope Crusher. So would you like to tell me a bit about the making of this video?
Well, we couldn't, that was also due to restrictions. We couldn't meet each other because of travel restrictions. Also, there's a big, I don't know how it is where you live, but there's been a big, what do you call it, chaotic scene of getting passports. People have run out of passports, and there was no time to get passports. So we needed to come up with a solution where we didn't need to be in the video, and that's how we came upon creating the first Witchery video, where we are actually not in the video. And I think it turned out really, really well. The video actually shows a lot what the, you know, follows the storyline of the video, of the lyrics, and yeah, it came out better than I could ever hope for.
Absolutely amazing. And any plans to come up with more videos before the release of the album?
There's one more album video being completed this week that we will get to see this weekend. I think it'll be released at the end of this month. And that will be a performance video that will have the band in it. And then we have another video. The third video is the lyrical video. So have you heard the album?
Yes, I did listen to that. It's totally amazing album.
Yes, so the next video, the performance video, will be for the first song, Witching Hour, and the lyrical video will be for Storm of the Unborn.
Amazing, 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 Jensen. And Jensen, talking about this album, 11 amazing songs put together with your signature Blackened thrash metal sounding, and totally fantastic album for this year, I would say. And as a band, how do you feel about the outcome of this album?
I will, to be honest, it was a lot harder to write this album than it usually is, because usually we meet each other in the rehearsal room and we have fun, and you know, you hang out with your friends and you write metal songs, and it's all, you know, it's part of a social thing. This one I had to write on my own, and also when writing a concept album, and I didn't think of this before, but now when I know about it, it seems pretty obvious. But usually when you write an album, you write maybe 14 songs. After you've recorded, you decide, okay, so this one turned out really good. It needs to be first song on the album. This order is good, and these two songs can be bonus for, I don't know, Japan or something. But for a concept album where you have the lyrics, you have to follow the storyline. So the order is already set. So what you put the first lyrics on needs to be the first song. So there's a lot more thinking and what's the word? Planning going into making sure that the songs will turn out as good as so this really will be a first song. And also with the story, when like in a movie, you have different do you know the word, I don't know the English word, but the dramaturgy? Do you know what I mean by that?
No, Jensen, I do not.
It's sometimes in a story you have a lot of things happening, and then some parts of the movie are slower with the story. So you also need, okay, so this is a slower part of the story. Let's have a slower song here. And this is a part of the story where a lot of is happening, and maybe action or violence. Then it has to be a more action-filled song. So you also had to write for the lyrics to fit. You couldn't just listen afterwards. Oh, okay, so this song is heavy. Let's put heavy lyrics on it. So yeah, that was a long answer for you, but
amazing.
It was a lot of work. It may be 50% more work than writing an album usually is, but it turned out great. I'm actually very happy with the end result, and I think it definitely sounds witchery, so people will be happy with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome, Jensen. And Jensen, how is the touring plan looks for you guys this year?
It's been because everyone has been waiting for the pandemic to be over, and there's so many big bands that are waiting. So everyone has like an album release ready. Actually, our record company, Century Media, said if you happen to miss the slots that we've given you, then you will have to wait 1.5 years because it's all fully booked. So the same thing with the touring. A lot of clubs have have disappeared because of the pandemic. They didn't have any people being able to visit them. So there are fewer places to play, and all bands need to tour to make some kind of income for themselves. So it's a very hard thing to get on the road if you're like a small independent band like Witchery is. So we're going to do a bunch of festivals, and we're ready to do tours, of course, but there are so many bands already having waiting plans for 1 or 2 years now. So, so hopefully we will be able, but it'll probably be mostly festivals.
Sounds good. And I know it's almost a month away for the release of this album, but can you have any special plans for the day of the release?
Oh, that is a good question. I actually haven't thought that far. We should actually have some kind of release party, but it is in the middle of the summer here in Europe and Sweden. So a lot of people will be on vacation. So it's hard to plan anything. Let's see. It was a good idea. I'm going to start thinking about that.
Sounds good, Jensen. Sounds good. And Jensen, Witchery goes way back to 97. So how has the musical journey been for you guys so far?
I think we're pretty connected with our musical roots, I would say. I think it's interesting that when I ask people to say what we play, I get so many different answers. Like it's Blackened Thrash, or it's Blackened death metal, or it's heavy metal mixed with something, death and roll, or there's been so many things, and which is, I think, a bit fortunate, because that allows us, or which we've always allowed ourselves to, if we like a riff that we write, if it sounds heavy metal, then we'll use it. If it sounds thrash, we'll use it. If it sounds black metal, we'll use it. Death metal, same thing. And we've always done that. So I think we've stayed pretty true to our sound, actually. And I don't think if you like one album by us, I actually think that you probably like all our albums.
It's true. So true. Amazing, Jensen. And Jensen, would you like to share some of the great moments that you had over the years?
With Witchery.
Yes, with Witchery, yes.
Well, recent memory, we did a really good Australia tour. That was the last tour we did. That was in 2019. So right before the pandemic. There's a lot of we created a lot of talk with that tour in Australia, so we're probably going down there pretty soon again. We've been to South America many times also, so that's probably also a place we're going to go. Perhaps our strongest market is the US. The first tour we ever did was with Emperor in the US. Yeah, when I look at Spotify numbers where most of our listeners are, that is the US. So probably it's going to be you know, some kind of festival thing, maybe playing you know, one of the cruises, like 70,000 tons or something. Yeah, so there's so many memorable moments. It's hard to even remember. We've done so many shows and albums, but yeah. Maybe my most fond thing about Witchery is my favorite band is Merciful Fate, and Hank Sherman being the musical architect behind that music, and he's been a guest artist on all the 5, 6 latest albums, I think. Yeah. Which is a great honor for me. I actually saw Merciful Fate last weekend and got to hang out with the King and Hank. And Hank is always a great guy. King is very, very polite guy. True. So yeah, those are, I guess, the memories that come to my mind. Awesome, Jensen. And Jensen, finally, what would be the message that you want to give to the Witchery fans around the world? Don't give up hope of seeing us live, because we want to play everywhere. We're very happy to play live. And if you have a festival, local festival or anything, get people in touch with you know, the organizer of the festival, and tell them to book us. We will come. So we want to play for everyone. So just get the buzz going, and I hope everyone loves the album. Awesome, Jensen. And Jensen, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this opportunity to have this interview with you. A real pleasure to talk to you. And thank you for the amazing album, Nightside, which is going to be out on July 22nd. We're all looking forward for the release. And I wish you and the band all the best, and hope to see you on the road soon. Thank you very much for your time. And thank you for having me in your... pleasure, Jensen. Yes. Take care. All right. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Yeah. Bye-bye.